Hello. I think we're going to go ahead and get started. I wanted to take this opportunity to welcome everybody to the Student Awards Convocation. This is the 50th annual, our 50th celebration. Southwestern is turning 50 this year, so this is a great opportunity. We will be having the 50th graduation on next week on Friday. Right now, however, we're going to take this opportunity to welcome and to award those students who have done exceptional work throughout the school year, as well as our Foundation Scholarship Award recipients. And so at this point, I want to welcome one of our esteemed colleagues and faculty members, Dr. Ron Metzger, to the stage.
So unlike my normal voice, I will make this short, sweet, and to the point because basically Karina just hit most of the key points. So on behalf of all the employees at the institution, I know I'd speak for myself and I think I speak for everybody. This is one of the stellar nights, the nights that we look forward to, where we have an opportunity to recognize great achievements by many of you sitting out there, and also the potential future achievements for many of you getting scholarships this evening, and also for some of you that are going to be moving on to other institutions after graduation next week. The level of this is that I got yelled at last year because I didn't wear a tie. It is one of the few times in a given year that I wear a tie, and I have a simple rule as a faculty member. I only wear a tie once a term, and I married somebody a couple weeks before this event, so I couldn't break that code and wear a tie. But it's one of the things about me is that I don't wear a tie very often, but in recognizing the people that I'll be giving awards to later tonight, that's kind of the level for me personally to make that type of a presentation and a gesture. But again, on behalf of everybody at the college, it's a pleasure to invite and to have all you family members and students here to receive these awards and scholarships this evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Metzger. We are streaming this live, so if you want to, or there's family members and you can text them really quick, we're on Ustream through our Facebook, and you can check it out if you go on the webpage. They can click on the bright red button at the end, and it'll take it right to them. And so they can watch as you're continuing. I know that there's families that may be in Alaska or Hawaii or Montana or Nevada that are unable to make it. With that, we'll go ahead and get started. Our first person on the table is Lori Potts, who will be presenting the Childhood Education and Family Studies Awards.
Thank you. This has been a really fun year for me to watch the student teachers in the classroom because my granddaughter's in the classroom this year as well. So it's been really a great fun year all around. But tonight we want to really focus on 3 of our students who have been just very outstanding. And the first one, if she would come up, is Kanoi Patakin. Come on up. Her family is in Hawaii, and so hopefully they will be watching the streaming after the fact because it's not happening there yet, okay? There's a 3-hour time difference. Come on up, Kanoi. So Kanoi, come on up. They'd rather look at you, okay? So for Kanoi, she is our Childhood Education and Family Studies Associate of Science Emphasis Outstanding Student. And she really is outstanding. So for her, we have her certificate, and then I have a book from Books by the Bay. It's the Loud book. And Kanoi is really awesome because she's rather quiet and gentle with the children. But I got her a book called The Loud Book, because she also has that in her. And the last little page there, some of the loud things are like cricket loud. So there's Kanoi loud too, okay? So that is for you. Thank you very much. Okay. Our next student is Miyu Alai. And Miyu's family will also be watching through the stream from Japan. It's tomorrow morning there, so they'll have to pick that up when they wake up. So come on up, Miyu. All right, come on up. Here she is. Okay. Miyu has been doing just wonderful things in the classroom, sharing her culture and calligraphy and origami and these really kind of cute Japanese cartoons and lots of other things. And she is our outstanding Associate of Applied Science Student of the Year this year for us. So there's your certificate. And your book is The Blue Chameleon. So that one is for you. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, and our last award is our Childhood Education and Family Studies Student of the Year, and she is watching this hopefully as well through the streaming because she lives in Bend. She's one of our online students, but she is our Student of the Year, and in her book we just have written to her that her attention to detail and her ability to look deeper, along with her inner drive to excel, has brought her to this point to be Student of the Year. So her name is Darcy Swenson, and she lives in Bend. So congratulations to her. Thank you.
The next presenters is Jack Levitt, and he is for the Rec Center.
Hello. I'm presenting an award for Student Employee of the Year for the Rec Center, and that student is Josh Hackney. I don't know if many of you know Josh, but he's a pretty amazing kid. He's on the wrestling team, helped pioneer the rugby club this year, and with everything ahead of him, this kid's got a bright future. He's an outstanding employee, always on time, and kind of kid that'll change your life if you get to know him. So thanks, Josh. Josh.
Our next presenter is Linda Stagg-Brown, and I'm not for sure if she's here. I know that we do have some business classes in the evening, but her award is for the Business Student of the Year award, and that actually will be given to Max Massengale, who is currently in class and unable. Oh, he is here. Perfect. Max grabbed me earlier and said, "Can you let me know when it is?" And I meant to call him right before this, and so I greatly apologize. I stood up here and I was like, oh crap, forgot to call him. But he is here, so I will give him his award. And I know Max because I've worked with him on a couple projects recently, and he is truly an outstanding student. So he is very deserving of this award. Thanks, Max. So our next presenter is Ron Metzger with the Geology Awards.
So if I can get Sean Jones and Mark Petrie up for a moment. So we all have a range of amazing students over the course of time. Sean Jones, I picked for you, for excellence in geology this year, a non-geology book. I'm not sure why Fred's not here, but I got you a copy signed by Mark Klett, Capitol View, A New Panorama of Washington, D.C., that I think you like history more than geology. That's just me, and it's not a problem. It's a good thing. Don't open it. It's about 20 feet long, but Sean just has continually improved and is one of my top students. Mark is also another excellent student in geology this year, and for him I have a signed copy of The Orphan Tsunami, which I think somewhat fits the kind of combination of science and history and story and connections as well. Two amazing young men and amazing students that I'm proud to have in my classes this year. By any chance, is Caitlin Keeler out there someplace? I did not see you walk in. Caitlin, I'm recognizing in her absence as the outstanding student in geology for this year. She also, like these two young men beside me, is also an amazing student, and I will give her a signed copy of Mark Klett. It's a bad title for some something like this after the ruins, but it's basically rephotographing the devastation of the 1906 San Francisco earthquake from the same spot. So kind of geology, kind of art, kind of a whole combination of things. Thank you.
And we'll go back up into the program because I was just noted that I missed student support services, and by far they provide a lot of help to our students, so I definitely do not want to forget them. So Tim Daly will be presenting the Student Support Services Award this year.
Good evening, everybody. Student Support Services is a federally funded grant that supports students that are first-generation college students or students that are come from a low-income background. And those students typically don't graduate at the same rates, so we have funds to help these students get meet their goals and their aspirations of going back to school, getting their degrees, and moving on. We have an exceptionally great student this year that we are proud to present this award to. Mark Burnap is our Student of the Year this year. Mark came to us from a long time out. He came back to school, and Mark has volunteered at Shutters Creek, has done an internship with the South Slough Estuary. He now is accepted a internship as the Marine Advanced Technology Educator, which is the MATE program. So what that means is that Mark will be leaving us soon at graduation and then going out to Delaware to be on a research vessel in the Atlantic. Mark was the, in addition, Mark was the community college scholar in the state of Oregon from our college, and has received a scholarship from OSU. And, I'm sorry? One of them. There's two of us, but that's pretty darn good. So it's my pleasure to present this award to Mark, the Outstanding Student Support Services Student of the Year, and congratulations and well done.
Is Tracy Whitey here or Sherilyn Brown here? I don't know if either one of them are here. Sherilyn Brown is the director of Upward Bound, and she has selected a student for the Sunshine Award. This student is a 4.0 student, always comes in with a smile, is always willing to help out in any possible manner and fashion, and she's just an overall amazing student. And her name is Misty Yackley, and I'm not for sure if she is here either. I didn't see her come in. I will get her award to her. So our next award is the Leonard C. Service Learning Award, and that will be presented by Karen Pringle, the Executive Director of our foundation.
Hi, this is a relatively new award in honor of Leonard Farr, who passed away in recent years, and his family have set this community service award. It's a 1 full year of tuition waiver, and the recipient is Sarah Dow. Is Sarah here? Congratulations. You're a little gem when it comes to civic service, so thank you so much.
Thank you. A little addition to the service award is that students have to be nominated by a staff or faculty member on campus. They cannot apply for that. And so to be nominated and recognized by a fellow staff member is of great importance. And so with that, we're going to go ahead and move into the international student programs. I am the person who oversees the international student programs. Our outstanding international student this year has done amazing things. He came here at the beginning of summer from Japan and has just, I don't know how to describe Junpei, but he has literally just overwhelmed all of us. He has, his goal was to get out of here in a year. He is getting out of here in a year. He's taken, at times, 23, 24 credits a term. He has performed in Beauty and the Beast at the Bandon Theater. He put forth a benefit concert to help support the people of Japan. He's part of the sax quartet here on campus. He's part of jazz choir. He has just literally blown me away with the amount of effort and time that he's put in. And he always, always has a smile on his face. And he is one of those people that really takes the time to make you stop and focus. And one of the things that I will forever learn is that on my birthday, I was running ragged. I had had a really bad day. And Junpei, about 3 o'clock, he'd been waiting outside my door. I don't know how long he'd been waiting outside my door, but he'd been waiting outside my door. And I was running, and I was late for a meeting. And he stopped me, and he goes, "I need 5 minutes of your time, Karina." I said, "Junpei, I don't have 5 minutes. I don't have 5 minutes. I've had a really bad day. I'm running late. I don't have 5 minutes." And he goes, "I need 5 minutes of your time." I said, "Junpei," he goes, "Can you give me 3? And if you know anything about the Asian culture, they are not very demanding. And they are not typically people who will stand up and say that. And so I said, "Yes, I can give you 3. He came into my office, and on his saxophone, he played me Happy Birthday, reminding me that no matter how busy our days are, it is extremely important to stop and remember that there's other people out there." And so I will forever remember that. And for this year, Junpei is our International Student of the Year. So. At this point, we're going to do our Southwestern Foundation Scholarship Awards. It'll give me an opportunity to compose myself a little bit more. And so I'm going to turn over the microphone to Brenda Brecky, Karen Pringle, and Jean Kyle, who will be presenting the awards.
Hi, Karen Pringle. Brenda and Jean both serve as, oh, thank you. Stand up straight. They're both board members of the foundation. I just sure appreciate this is just a part of the things that they do for the foundation. They both actually have scholarships here which they'll announce. I just wanted to let you know that the college foundation is a separate entity from their college, that there are 18 people who serve on this particular board. They conduct fundraising and they give away scholarships. They raise money for new buildings like the campus in Curry. They raise money for campus programs, and they support the Lakers Alumni Club. If you're not a Laker member and you've had one class, please join and become alumni. We'll be giving away $103,700 in cash scholarships. $50,000 of this is from the James and Marion Miller Foundation. And they awarded this kind of scholarship only if you could raise $50,000 could you get $50,000. So we couldn't raise $49,000, had to be $50. Thanks to any of you in the audience that gave. We received both small gifts of $25 and very large gifts as well. For high school students, there'll also be about $128,000 in tuition waivers. We won't be announcing those tonight. They'll have those convocations in their high schools. 160 students qualified for these scholarships. 89 will receive the award. So you can see we need to double our scholarship effort. But 122 scholarships will be given to those 89 students. And with that, I'll ask Jean and Brenda to make these presentations. Oh, okay. The first scholarship is from the Sharon Barnett Memorial Scholarship. It was established in 1992 by Dr. Sharon K. Barnett to assist students paying dependent child care while attending classes. As a former counselor, she was very active in ensuring student success, and she is still through this scholarship.
So join me in congratulating Diana Avila and Scott Mast.
The next scholarship is the Vernon Brecky Rainbow Bridge Memorial Scholarship, and this is Brenda Brecky standing next to me, and this is in honor of her deceased husband. It is given to a Fuller part-time Southwestern student who's made a difference in diversity. Selection is based on academic achievement, scholastic ability, and an essay focused on diversity.
And congratulations to Brennan Ridge. Right here. Thank you.
Burroughs Memorial Scholarship is the next one in honor of John Burroughs, selection based on academic achievement, scholastic ability, and citizenship.
And join me in congratulating Bertha Goud and Katie Hatchett.
The Callahan Criminal Justice Scholarship is for an outstanding criminal justice major.
Let's congratulate Kathleen Mitz-Derry and Jordan Moeller.
The Delta Kappa Gamma Scholarship was established by the Delta Kappa Gamma Society for students enrolled in an education program through an Oregon university but attending Southwestern.
Congratulations, Melanie Birdwell and Cassie Dillon.
Southwestern Foundation has a general scholarship, and there's 8 awards from that scholarship.
So congratulations to Monica Allman from Brookings. Oh, good, you're here. Come on up. Andrea Alvarez, Shannon Baraz, Joanna Evanuk, Kelsey George, Michelle Poteet, Tenzel Reeser, and Betty Sanchez.
The next scholarship is the Floyd Ingram Scholarship, is awarded to a second-year full-time Southwestern student with a GPA of 3.0 or higher and who resides in Coos County.
Congratulations to Tanzel Reeser.
The Kuan Yin Scholarship is for women student with children needing financial help.
Congratulations to Madeline Cortez.
The Kyle Trust Scholarship. This scholarship is now set up as an endowment fund by our very own Jean Kyle, who's giving out the awards. And this is for a student who needs special study skills to advance their career at Southwestern.
Congratulations, Gypsy Warwick, excuse me.
The Ann Lansing, oh, are you coming? Oh, here she is. The Ann Lansing Scholarship is offered to a part-time or full-time Southwestern student taking at least 10 credits.
Congratulations to Amanda Berry.
The Locker Family Memorial Scholarship has been set up by a former faculty member, and it's offered to a current full-time Southwestern Oregon Community College student.
Congratulations, Zachary Martin and Derek Ullman.
A moment ago, I spoke about the James and Marion Miller Foundation, who offered $50,000 in scholarships. So we're going to just call your name, and if you'll just come up and stand around the stage until all your names have been called.
Congratulations to Monica Allman, Andrea Alvarez, Melanie Birdwell, Christina Bradley, Sandra Browning, Amanda Carthrith, Justin Clark, Melinda Cortez, Cassie Dillon, Justin Dillon, Joanna Evanik, Oceana Fields, is she in Brookings? Okay.
No, she's actually lives here.
Oh, okay, is she here? Oh, good.
Oh, is she?
Good. Kelsey George, Bertha Googe, David Griffith, Katie Hatchett, Kayla Holden, Shannon Legons, Max Massengale, Philip McNeil, Jordan Mueller, Peter Penland, I believe is also from Brookings, Michelle Petit, Heather Randolph, Tangel Reeser, Brennan Ridge, Carolina Rios, Betty Sanchez, Byron Stander, and Doug Williams.
You know, while they're passing the rest of those out, I just want to say a few words about the James and Marion Miller Scholarship. We were a little worried a few months ago whether we were going to raise all the amount of the $50,000. You know, there were people, we put some ads in the paper, we talked to individual people, and you know, every gift was meaningful. When I reported to the board that we got another gift of, let's say, $2,500 this semester, this month, this week, it really made a difference. And there was a special endowment set up by Bill and Ann Lansing for $25,000 that really helped us leap into that figure of $50,000. There's other people who, like the next scholarship I'm going to announce, Craig and Susan Nelson, who formerly were owners of Unicom. You might have been customers of theirs. They sold their business and used a great deal of those proceeds to create a foundation, and they're giving just to Southwestern and to Central Oregon Community College from that foundation. So we'll look forward to many more scholarships from Craig and Susan Nelson. Has everyone got their award? Could we, what is your name? Do we see Jean? Oh, she's still over here. Okay, you're still passing out. Yes, Kayla's right here. You know, the review process for scholarships, there's several teams that get together and read these. We read essays. We look at community service. We look at your scholastic achievement. It's a very difficult process, really, to do that. But there's all these teams, and then finally it goes to a special team in the financial aid office, and they make those really tough determinations. But it's not nearly as tough as the hard work from all of you. So thank you very much. Let's give them an applause. Okay, thank you. The next is Craig and Susan Nelson Foundation.
Congratulations, Amanda Richardson, J.C. Roman, and Gypsy Warwick.
Next, the Mabel M. Olson Scholarship, offered to a full-time student who is currently studying and has future plans to receive a degree in elementary education.
Let's congratulate Dana Baker, Girona Jean Gettings, Amanda Henderson, and Deborah Miller.
Are we on the Cheryl Rosenbaum? Yes, we are. There's our future teachers. There they are. Next, the Cheryl Rosenbaum Memorial Scholarship is funded by a gift that honors Cheryl Rosenbaum, and it is to assist with single parents with dependent children.
Congratulations, Diana Villa and Sandra Browning.
Next, the Christine Scholey Memorial Scholarship was established in 2009 in memory of Professor Christine Scholey to assist students studying speech and journalism. I know she was very active and very much loved by faculty and students and staff.
Congratulations to Kathleen Mitz-Derry.
This scholarship, the Maxine Smith Scholarship, is awarded based on leadership, academic achievement, and scholastic ability. And I know Monica has already picked this up, but again, I'll just ask you to stand and be recognized for the award. The Smolin Scholarship is for a SWOCC student who are high school graduates in Coos, Curry, Douglas, or Lane counties. They must write an essay to describe why they support free enterprise.
Congratulations, Monty Armstrong.
The Stevens Family Scholarship is an endowment that was established in 1994 by John and Anna Stevens. They've since moved to New York, but their gift continues to impact the lives of Southwestern students.
Congratulations, Dustin Dillon and Brendan Ridge.
Not sure. You know, anyone who's not picking up their award will be sure to mail it. Professor Stubbs Memorial Scholarship is awarded to a full-time student. Okay, should we repeat the name? You want to repeat the name?
Congratulations to Brandon Ridge for the Professor Stubbs Memorial Scholarship. And he also got the Stevens one as well.
Yes.
And Brendan, you also received the Stevens Family Scholarship Award.
The Yellow Taxi Cab Company has a scholarship for a full-time SWOCC student attending school and studying business.
Congratulations, Max Massingale. Massingale.
The Juan Young Trust Scholarship is funded by a gift from the Juan Young Trust. Juan Young was a longtime employee, officer, and stockholder in Kenau's food stores. Scholarship is given to students who are a lineal descendant of the former employees of Kenau's. I'm not sure if any of these awardees are actually descendants.
Congratulations, Shanana Landrum, James Meyer, and Amanda Schreiber.
That concludes all the foundation scholarships. Thank you.
All right, so we'll move right along, and we have our Oregon Coast Culinary Institute who will be giving our next set of awards, those for the most outstanding baking and pastry students and most outstanding culinary, and I believe Randy Torres is the presenter. Is Daryl with you, or are you alone? And Chef Tina Powers.
Good evening, everyone. I just wanted to make a quick remark about this award. A lot of times, with cooking things, everybody thinks it's about, who makes the best food. But the students we chose was not just about their cooking abilities, but their leadership, their ability to just do a good job every day, which is really hard. And it's hard to stick out in a room full of people doing the same thing. We're all in uniform, so everybody looks the same. So it's really hard to stick out. So these students have really stuck out. I'm giving the award for the culinary department. So on behalf of the culinary department, Cameron Rapp, Cam Tembo, George Pierce, BJ Sanchez, and Doug Williams.
And I concur with what Chef Torres has said. It takes determination and hard work. And then two recipients for the Baking and Pastry Award are Amanda Weber and where's Webby? And Kim Ream. Special note, Kim is a second-year student, and she is on the state team that is actually representing our school and the Western region. I'm so proud of you, and Chef Torres. You guys are going to the Nationals in just a few weeks, so way to go.
All right, we now have our student first stop, and these are the students and the employees who are the first responders and the first people that most of our students or parents or anybody speaks to. So the amount of work that they have to do is pretty substantial. So I will turn it over to Dana and to Sean.
The Student First Stop Center is argumentably the coolest department on campus, and the reason why is because the contact we have with our students. We see every side of student, the good, the bad, and I'm sure you as parents have heard lots of stories about us. We're not all that bad. So each year, our department sits down as a team and we discuss what, we come up with that one student who stands out to us, who we think is exceptional. And this year, though it's a hard decision, one name kept reappearing, and Dana Hopkins is going to present the award.
Would Ashley White come up here, please? Ashley White came to us, and I looked at her when I first hired her and said, okay. And throughout this whole time, she has really grown. She's been on the dean's list, great grades. We have something that we need done, and not just as switchboard, but with financial aid and with Students First Stop and Julia's job, transcripts. She has helped us out a lot in all the areas. When we have a problem, we just, oh, Ashley can do it. And she does. And she's gotten her degree this year. She's going to be graduating. After graduation this winter, she's hoping to go to AmeriCorps. And after AmeriCorps, she will be going on to another school. So thank you, Ashley, for all your hard work and dedication.
Our next presenter is Mike Turner, who will be presenting the Music Awards.
All right, step up here. Okay, Dustin Dillon, Jake Helland, Philip McNeil, come on up here. As you can see, we're giving out 3 awards. We've got the Most Improved Student. This goes to a student who has improved both academically and in performance, and that goes to Jake Helland here. Jake, this is his 2nd year, and in 2 years he has gone above and beyond in terms of academics and his performance abilities. Congratulations, Jake. The other 2 we have is an outstanding first-year student, and that would be Philip McNeil. Philip came to us, he's a piano player. He's played with, come on, he's played on the Fidelity Fridays series several times, and played for the staff awards last week, I think it was, or the week before. At any rate, and he's doing very well in all his classes too. So, Philip, congratulations. And finally, the outstanding 2nd-year student would be Dustin Dillon. Dustin has been with us for 2 years now, and is playing with the sax quartet, as does Jake play with the sax quartet as well, and has done very well in his classes, and is one of our most outstanding students. So Dustin, congratulations. And each one of them got a $100 gift certificate to SWOCC also to go with that. So thank you very much. Thanks, guys.
Our next group is admissions, and Carrie Robeson will be presenting those.
Good evening. Can I have April Fisher, Ben Fellows, Christian Roop, Kristen Woomer, and Xochitl Mandrano come up here, please? These 5 students have been involved in the ambassador program for about between 2 and 3 years, and they have been a very valuable asset to us in the admissions office. And I'm very sad to see them going, but excited to see them moving on and reaching toward their goals in the future. So I just wanted to recognize them tonight and wish them lots of luck for next year.
All right, so our next is Chris Williamson with the Computer Information Systems Awards.
Thank you very much. The biggest problem with teaching in a two-year college is just about the time you get the students trained to where they do something useful and fun, and it's wonderful to have them around. They graduate and leave. I have 3 students tonight that I'd like to recognize. When these awards came about, I went to the other 2 instructors in the Computer Information Systems Department and asked them who they would recommend, and unanimously they all suggested these 3 students. So the first award I have is for I would say the most helpful student, and that goes to James Ingram. Come on up, James. James has helped out around on the 4th floor and in the computer department, and he's always there when we have something that needs to be done, and he's been a real pleasure to have with us. And then the next student is our award for academic excellence, and that goes to David Peterson. David came to us from Coquille, and he's showing up, I think, only on Fridays now. He had the great good fortune to be hired, but has stayed on to complete his degree. So, David, thank you. And my last award is for the most inspirational. This goes to Keith Lehman. Keith is also from Coquille, and Keith is one of those people who inspires all kinds of things around. And he's been a joy to have in the classroom, and I see, doesn't look like he's here tonight, but I wish him great success. Thank you.
Kelly Levitt is our next presenter, and she'll be presenting the Athletic Trainers Award.
Okay, I am presenting the Student Athletic Trainer of the Year Award, and just to give you guys a little bit of background of this student, she's really impressed me in the past year. She came to me as a shy little freshman 2 years ago from California, and she's just grown as an individual in a lot of things, a lot of different things. She came to SWOCC as a basketball player on the women's team, and she had an unfortunate injury that took her off the team, but she decided to become a manager and also work as a student athletic trainer to help me out. So even though it was an unfortunate injury, I kind of like when that happens because I get to use them as slaves. So she really came out of her shell and just blew me out of the water. You know, she took the initiation to take care of the team when they are away on traveling weekend trips, games, during practices when I wasn't there. And she just really, as a manager and as an athletic trainer, athletic training student, just really took over and really impressed me. And some of those responsibilities, if you guys don't know what an athletic trainer does, caring for athletes as far as injuries, taping them, treating them, caring for them, wounds-wise, injury-wise, you know, just the whole 9 yards. And she just basically took those girls in her hands and just gave me weekly reports. So you could tell that the ladies really loved her. So the two things that I really wanted to point out is that one is the application that she learned. As an athletic trainer, I think just as an overall instructor or teacher in the medical field, you know, the ability for a student to apply the information that they learn in the classroom to everyday real-life situations is just a really proud moment to see, and Sydney definitely got that. So I was really excited to see that when I saw her in athletic training mode down in the training room. And the second one was the confidence that she was able to attain through this unfortunate accident. You know, I think things happen for a reason, and this definitely happened to increase her confidence in her ability to take care of students and athletes. So Sydney is going to attend, she's transferring to my alma mater, the University of Hawaii at Manoa, and she is going to go for the kinesiology and rehab science undergraduate program, and hopefully going on to the physical therapy program somewhere, I don't know where. I don't think University of Hawaii has a PT program. So this award's going to go to Sydney Dadjo.
Our next presenter will be Jeremy David Tongue twister, Derek. That's a tongue twister. Will be Jeremy David Jones, and he will be presenting the Residence Life Awards for Student Housing.
Good evening. It's my distinct pleasure this evening to speak on behalf of the resident assistants across campus. And I'd like to have the current resident assistants please come up to the stage here off to the left. And if Julia can come assist me here, that'd be fantastic. Yes, please give them a round of applause. They've worked very hard. Woo. Yes. Yeah, come on up. Kevin, come on up. Jaylee, please don't forget that you guys are still working. We still need you. Well, I was once told that life is best viewed through candy. And although I don't have much of a sweet tooth, I can see the value in that. And so I've come to see our resident assistants up here, the few up here, through candy, and hopefully this will help you understand who they are and what they've meant to this campus and what they've done for Southwestern. And our first award is for Kevin Wiedemann, and the award is the M&M's Award because although he's hard on the outside and can lift about 1 million pounds, he's super soft and gooey on the inside, and he will be just the biggest teddy bear you've ever met. Our next award is for Junior Valdivinos, and I probably messed up his name again. I've been doing it all year long. One of these days, probably after he's long gone, I'll get it right. But Junior, we have identified as Junior Mints. One, for the obvious, that his name's the same as the candy, and how can you not? But the candy is just so irresistible that you just can't have just one, and we just can't have enough of Junior, and we just love him to death. So, Junior. Our next award is for Kendra Nelson. Kendra, yeah, absolutely. She must have made a difference in your life. Yeah? I'll say so. And for Kendra, we have the award of Pop Rocks. Because I'll tell you what, she is a kick in the mouth anytime you taste. So it's just a lot of fun, and she is always an adventure, and we just cannot have had a more exciting year without her. So Kendra. Mm-hmm. Our next award is for Jaylee Salvador. That was close, right? Sorry. And we have Almond Joy for you. One, because sometimes we feel that you're a little bit nutty, and we like that a lot. the other part is just the pure joy that you bring to the room and to the residents that you serve out here on campus, and we just really appreciate that joy. Our next award is for Kaylee Reitzma, and our award for her is Skittles. One, because she is so colorful and just amazing, and it is just so much fun to be around her, and she just absolutely is just pleasure to be around. And she's definitely includes the gold pot at the bottom of the rainbow as well, because there's always a treat in store when you're with her. And our last award is for Manny Arias, and Manny is Mr. Goodbar. Because he is definitely delicious, but he is just so wholesome for you as well. He's just such a good guy that you just can't help but want to be around him and be more like him, and he makes people around him better people just by being with him. And so we're just really proud to have spent time with him, and I just thank you for that service that you've given to Southwestern. That concludes our awards. Thank you very much for RAs for your service to Southwestern.
So I will be presenting the next two awards. These awards are actually from the Office of the President, but our President has an out-of-town meeting that she needs to be at, and so I will be presenting those for her. Will Mark Burnap and Crystal Jones please come up? Mark Burnap and Crystal Jones were selected to represent Southwestern Oregon Community College for the All-USA Community College Academic Team. To be a part of this, you have to have at least a 3.5 GPA, and you have had to have done community service and been an active participant in the community and provided essential things back to both Southwestern and other places. I have worked with Crystal and I've worked with Mark, and they both exude both of these pieces. They have the opportunity to receive additional scholarships through Phi Theta Kappa, as well as they were able to go up for a luncheon in April to meet with the governor, shook his hand, got additional awards from them, and so these are two excellent students, and they represent all of our students here on campus. So thank you, Mark and Crystal. The next award I don't know a whole lot about. It was sent to our president's office without a whole lot of explanation. But it is the Western Kentucky University Award, and it is for academic scholarship, and it is in recognition of outstanding scholastic achievement, and it goes to Justin Rodriguez. I don't know if he's here or not. Okay. Our next group is with Elsie Hannah Floyd, and she will be presenting the Southwestern and Journalism Award.
This award is actually really long. It's called the Most Enthusiastic Journalist and Student that is most willing to learn to proactively find a story and be engaged with their temporary community. And this is for Jai or Vivian Wu. I'm not sure if she's here. Yeah, clap for her even if... Oh, there she is. Okay. And Jai is a foreign exchange student, and she came to us from China, and she joined us just as we were bringing the Southwestern newspaper online. And she assimilated quite well. There was a little bit of a language barrier, but she's overcome that with just outstanding. And she's an amazing journalist and just an awesome girl. And I'm very just proud to have her on the journalism team. Hello. And I think he is too. Thank you.
Our next presenter is Dan Esposito, and he will be presenting our athletic scholarships. Or not scholarships, awards.
Hi there. I have the honor of presenting some athletic/academic achievement awards for our athletic department. Bill Holmes was the first male coach in SWOCC's history. He passed away 3 years ago, but in honor of his memory, we give this award to the Male Scholar of the Year. And it kind of incorporates academic achievement over athletic prowess, but the two recipients this year are both adept at each facet. So the Bill Holmes Award winner this year is Oren Pyra. Oren, I had the privilege of coaching Oren his 2 years here, and some of his highlights were he was 4 terms academic excellence. He has an overall GPA of 397. This year he was second team all-conference in the South region of the NWAC as a catcher. And he also did some civic duty while in the program, helping out restoration of some of the local ballparks. So just a tremendous athlete. I had a pleasure coaching him, and he's grown immensely here at SWOCC. So congratulations, Oren. Sherry Robinson Award is given to the Female Scholar Athlete of the Year. And the winner of that award is Brianna George. Some of Brianna's highlights: she is a local product of Marshfield High School. She competed in 2 sports here, women's basketball and softball. She maintained a 4.0 GPA throughout her 2-year college career. She just received the Art Fierro Award, which is given to the top female scholar athlete in our conference. She was SWOCC Academic Excellence 4.0 all terms here. She was an NWAC All-Academic Team basketball. Softball, she was an all-star on the 2010 team, and the list goes on. I believe this is a wonderful individual, but softball all-tournament team, featured athlete of the month for women's basketball 2009 and 2010. She was second team all-conference in 2009 for basketball, and Southern Region honorable mention in 2010 for basketball as well. And looking at Brianna, if you look at her, she looks so, beautiful, young, talented woman. But don't get that mistaken. She's a fierce competitor. If you've seen her play basketball, she's the person that hustles and hardest and works the hardest to get the basketball, and she can shoot a little bit too. So congratulations, Brianna.
Our next award is for fire science, and I have not seen Paul Reynolds. Is there anybody here? Did he have anybody from the fire science program come in his place to present? All right, I'll go ahead and present that award. It is for the outstanding fire science student, and this year it goes to Jessica Thompson Shoemaker. I don't know if she's here or not, but. And I will now turn it over to our nursing program.
Every year, the nursing program has several awards that we give out to nursing students in the first and second year of the program. And this year we had an award for a nursing student who exceeded in scholarship. We have one for integrity, one for rising above challenges, and one for perseverance. And I'm not sure if everybody's here, but the Perseverance Award we'd like to give to Sylvia Winborn. And it doesn't look like Sylvia's here, but she has been a wonderful first-year student who has had many difficulties with family and her young children, and yet she has managed to stay involved and engaged in the program and has done very well this year. So on behalf of the nursing program, for Sylvia Wenborn, the Perseverance Award. Another award for a first-year student is to Andrea Zekas, and Andrea is being awarded the Scholarship Award. She has maintained above a 3.25 average in the nursing program, a cumulative GPA of 3.7, and even above her scholarship in terms of GPA is her quest for knowledge, her engagement and interest in doing the best she can, and the work that she has done this past year has been truly amazing. Andrea? Turn it over to you, Ben.
And I'm giving the Integrity Award, and this Integrity Award goes to Dee Dee Peterson, or Dolores Peterson. Doesn't look like she made it, but Dee Dee is quite a character. She's the class representative for the nursing program for the second year, and everybody kind of looks to her for advice, and they depend on her. She gives them good advice. She's kind of the mom of the class, so we're really proud of her. She works very, very hard, and you can always depend on her. So congratulations, Dolores.
It's my pleasure to honor Francesca Preble, otherwise known to all as Fran. She has an infectious smile, which is okay in nursing. It's certainly a help with Fran. Fran comes to us originally from Haiti. She has had multiple challenges, but if you can imagine being in a very difficult nursing program and then learning that your friends and relatives in Haiti have suffered a tremendous earthquake. Fran was able to make it through, applying herself, knowing that eventually she will hope to go back and help her people. So thank you, Fran.
And the last award, which is certainly not the least, but I typically put my award for student government and for student activity programmers last, just because I'm usually the last person up here. As the coordinator of student life, I have the opportunity to work with some amazing individuals that are out there in leadership positions. They are part of our student government. They represent students. They plan events and activities, ensure that educational opportunities are made that are outside the classroom for our students, and just have done a phenomenal job. I have two individuals. I would love to be able to give awards to all of them, but I give these two awards to students who, when they first come to me, I'm like, whew, this will be fun. But they are people who I want to make sure that they have, or that I look at and I see by the end of the year, just absolutely phenomenal growth. These two young individuals are just phenomenal. I'm hoping one will return next year. Another one is graduating this year, and so I'm super excited for both of them. My outstanding student leader, which goes to our student government person, is Sarah Smith. Sarah Smith, when I first met her, I couldn't hardly hear a word she said. She was very quiet. She was very timid and very meek. Now I can't get her to stop talking. And she was extremely, come on up, Sarah. She had a hard time talking in front of people, but she has ran our Curry Campus Pennies campaign, where she put forth, she's been our volunteer services coordinator. She put forth a campaign to raise money to help support Curry Campus through pennies, and her goal was to raise 9.3 million pennies, enough pennies to stretch from here to our Curry Campus campaign, which required her to step outside of some very big comfort zone. She had to speak in front of our Board of Education, she had to speak in front of our board of the foundation board, and then on top of that, she had to go to a ton of businesses and ask them if they would be willing to put a penny jar at their cash register. So for Sarah, you truly are the exemplary, outstanding student leader. Thank you. Thank you. Our outstanding student activity programmer, I met her first in my speech 218 class. She was the only person that came to every single one of my classes. She sat in the back, she was very quiet. Again, she was kind of timid. Her journals that she wrote for me were just phenomenal. And I encouraged her to apply for my student activity programmer position for this year. And in it, I have just seen her blossom. Her name is Sierra Schroeder, and at her first event that she did, she was our non-traditional and family student programmer. At our first event, she looks at me and goes, "So people are showing up, what am I supposed to say?" Welcome is a good place to start. And her first event was truly a success. She ended the year by doing a blood drive where we actually had to turn people away because we had so many people show up. She did a truly successful event and just blossomed over the course of the year. And I really, really hope that she comes and works for me again next year. So Sierra Schroeder, thank you. So that concludes our events for this evening. I do want to throw out some thank yous to some people. Floyd and Dean, who have been providing our streaming for this evening. Without it, a lot of our families would not be able to witness this, so thank you, Floyd and Dean, for that. I also want to thank our foundation for the numerous awards and all the donors that provided these scholarship opportunities. Our staff and faculty for taking the time to nominate and recognize and work with all of these great students, as well as I want an opportunity to thank our student ambassadors who called every single last one of our award recipients, and I believe that there was over 100 of them, to make sure that they were all here or at least knew about the event. So I want to thank our student ambassadors for taking on that responsibility. And just everybody in general, thank you for a great evening. There's cake, there's more juice and more food, so feel free to enjoy the cake. If you want to take the flowers that are on the tables, feel free to take the flowers and have a wonderful evening. And congratulations to all of our graduates and all of our students. Thank you.